We're now more than halfway through this legislative session, and the bill that Republicans were calling the, quote, most destructive of the year died on Friday afternoon. It would have given local governments, cities and counties, the ability to raise property taxes at a higher rate, but that will not be happening. A couple of bills passed unanimously off the Senate floor this past week, including one making robberies at pot shops felonies, just like robberies at pharmacies, meaning the robbers would face a mandatory 1-year prison sentence. Another bill that's progressing came as a result of the death of Manuel Ellis. Ellis died in 2020 while being arrested by Tacoma police officers. He had been hog-tied during that arrest. While the officers were acquitted in that murder trial, state senators, again unanimously, voted to prohibit police from being able to use that hog-tie maneuver during future arrests.
Regardless of how you feel about the outcomes of that particular case, regardless of about how you feel about anything, I think it's important to remember that he was loved. He was loved and he was somebody's family member. And I think any of us on the floor would not want our family member to spend the final moments of their life in this inhumane way.
On a much higher note, we had a chance to meet Sia, the police dog that could end up being a model for canine units around the state.
Yes, good girl.
Sia is Lake Stevens's one and only canine officer, and she's also the only dog working for a local agency who has been trained to sniff out fentanyl. There's a bill, though, that would make that skill mandatory for all drug dogs in the state who already have to be trained to detect meth, heroin, and cocaine. It, too, passed unanimously off the floor of the House. Sia's handler thinks her work has saved lives.
Every little bite, if you will, that we take out of that pie, we know that we're saving lives, we're saving families.
With just a couple of weeks to go, you can expect the votes and the issues to get a little more contentious as we wrap up this legislative session on March 7th. Bills that don't pass off the floor of either the House or the Senate by this Tuesday at 5 o'clock are considered dead. If you'd like to follow our coverage here at the Capitol, text the word session to 206-448-4545 and we'll send you a link. In Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.